no fancy intro. We're just gonna hop right into it.
Sounds good.
Thank you to all the people who have clicked on this and are listening or whatever. Uh, if you don't know, you're about to, but Adam and I contributed. Oh, sorry, a little burpy. We contributed to the Great Lakes Proam Series, round 1 and 2, and we're going to talk about that here.
Yep.
They ran the event, or 2 rounds, 1 weekend. Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
before we even start, like, what's your thoughts on that?
So I didn't dislike it, but I feel like if there was 2 back-to-back rounds, like I think that would be rough. I don't know. I like that they're staggering it. Like we did 2 in 1 weekend, and then the next 2 are separate from each other. I kind of like that. Kind of breaks it up a little bit, but it was definitely a little on the pricey side for sure.
See, I think it was great because I don't know. Let's just get these rounds just over with.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
mean, yeah, like I said, I didn't dislike it for sure. Like, I mean, just the cost of it was a little high, but other than that, like, it wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it.
yeah, it was cool that like we only really had to have our cars teched once
Yeah,
because
yeah.
for some reason I stress out from that stuff.
Your car didn't really change much, so you shouldn't have been worried.
I don't know. It's like I read the rule book and like I go over it and I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna forget something like really stupid. Like
Yeah.
I don't have all
I
my
get
lug nuts or something, and then I fail. And then for some reason my lug nuts are special order or something. I don't know. I have nightmares of this stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, so round 1, they ran the FD Orlando layout.
Yeah.
I think that sucked.
That's my favorite layout. I love that layout. So fast. Love it.
See, I feel like it was a missed opportunity just to not run the actual FD Erie layout.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what that layout is. It's been so long.
I think it was like Orlando but flipped.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. It was on the other side of the bank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are going to learn about this in a minute, but I struggled with that layout.
Yeah.
It's
I did all right. I struggle because lack of horsepower.
Yeah, but it did rain all weekend. Well, it rained that day.
That was my help.
I don't know. No matter what I did, I just couldn't stay up there.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard to stay up there.
Like, it's probably commitment that kept me off the bank.
You were down a cylinder too, weren't you?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. It was a rough weekend. I don't know. Just couldn't do it, man. Just couldn't.
It's hard.
I don't know.
It's definitely hard.
Before this, I've done 3 like normal events, and I don't know. Driving a normal event and like your pro-am driving are 2 completely different things.
They're so different. Yeah.
Because like that first pit race we did, I'd like, sure, I'd speed up to the first corner, but like I'd handbrake for 15 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I just in my head, it just held that handbrake for just way too long.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wanted it to like suck me up into the wall, but it's pushed me down the bank.
Yeah, you can't handbrake into that unless you have like 1,000 horsepower. It just doesn't work.
Which last year I had the supercharger and like I could do that.
Yeah.
Because like I could just I guess, walk into the first corner, just baby it, and then just hammer down, and it would just do it.
Yeah.
But I don't have that anymore.
No. You gotta drive harder.
It's hard in my head to just be like, beat the piss out of your car.
Yeah. I mean, it can handle it a little easier now being NA. So.
Yeah. This stuff's so expensive. It's like, I don't want to break something.
Oh, no. I hear it.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is.
Like, if I had, like, spare engines and, like, spare transmission or something, I wouldn't feel so bad.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't feel bad if I had a spare car.
Right?
It's a whole nother car.
Yeah, I struggled with the bank. How'd you do with it?
Everybody did. Like, literally almost everybody did.
Yeah, like...
Not everybody, but for the most part, a lot of people were struggling, I think.
I don't want to, like, talk shit, but, like, did you watch Steven Davidis's runs on the bank?
I might have a little bit.
It almost, like... His angle was, like, 5%. It was like he was almost just driving it.
I mean, I was probably the same way, so...
Yeah, but
I definitely didn't feel like I had a lot of angle, that's for sure. In the rain, it felt like I had a little bit more, but I was definitely a lot higher on the bank, too, when it was raining. But it was easier to stay up there. But
then, after the bank, they had 2 inner clips, right? One after another.
Yeah.
I thought those were placed terribly.
Yeah, they were kind of a little odd. I feel like the first one wasn't too bad, but the second one was a little, maybe, I don't know, a little bit far out, maybe.
So
it felt like you had to drive around it. It was kind of, I mean, I guess that's kind of the point, but.
Yeah. So they had the second outer zone painted on the ground, correct?
Yeah.
So they had the box before the zone started with, like, the lines through it. Were we supposed to be in that box?
I think so, yeah. I was definitely not in that box, like, ever.
Because going from the second inner clip to that, it was just not possible.
Yeah, it was really hard.
I feel like you had to be, like...
I feel like when it was wet, it was even harder for some reason.
Yeah. It's like they wanted you up close and tight to those inner clips, but, like...
I feel like they were placed better last year. I feel like I was able to hit them better last year than I could this year.
Like, if they would have just moved the inner clips, like, towards the center.
Yeah.
And...
At least the second one, I think, would have moved a little bit, maybe a little bit better. Actually, both of them, if they would have been pushed out a little bit. Because you're coming out so wide off the bank because you have so much speed. It's really hard to get that first one.
Yeah, because you're moving, so you just drive past it.
Yeah. I pretty much drove past it every single time. So
yeah, I went back and watched my, like, drone runs from my battle with Schuster, and I was nowhere near it. You could have, like, put another car in between mine and the zone. It was stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like you did better, though, on Friday than Saturday.
Yeah, I did, for sure.
Because, like, I feel like Friday was your day.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up 6th, so that was pretty cool.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you did that well. Damn, that's... Do you know where you're...
I went out in top 8 against Casey, and I ended in 6th. So.
Well, we'll get to all the battles in a moment, but where are you for, like, the season then?
11th.
Dang. It's not bad.
It's better than I ended last year, so I'll take it.
I mean, it just takes 2 really good upsets for you to hit that top 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something to think about. You could do this.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm placed 22nd. Is that 22nd or 24th? But like,
I think it was 22nd.
there's I think there's like 8 drivers with the same amount of points. So I'm like 20th to 30th with 8 other people or whatever.
Yeah, I'm tied with like 3 people. So
yeah. So let's just start at the beginning. The way that they did this is, if you ran the series last year, you would they'd place all the drivers in their spots from last year, but like the people who didn't show up were just removed. So then you kept moving up to your spot. I guess in like the qualifying order.
Yeah.
22nd and up didn't have to qualify, correct?
I think it was either the 22nd or 20th. I can't remember. I thought it was 20.
I think it was 22nd because I was 22nd.
Okay.
I was like the last spot.
That, yeah.
Luckily, I didn't have to seed. That was another thing that I was like panicking about. Because like, I don't know, I'm insane. And at least if I didn't have to seed, I'd be like in the top 32. So I still had like a shot, but like I really should have seeded to get that like extra practice.
Yeah.
Because I definitely needed it. So yeah, neither one of us had to like qualify, do the seeding bracket, which was cool.
Right. Yeah.
And my first battle, I went against Jacob Schuster. For those who don't know, he has a E36 with a small block Chevy, which weird combination, but he's a weird dude. He led first, and I just couldn't stay on the bank. Just couldn't do it. Like, it felt like he like babied it off the line. Because like I was next to him, and like when I shifted into third, he then like took off.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I just didn't have the speed to just be like up there with him. But I probably was just overgripped, even though I was at like 50 psi on the tires.
Yeah.
Which, in a moment, we'll discuss why I was 50 psi on the tires. So yeah, it just wasn't up there with him. And like, because he was like slower, I wasn't ready for him to be slow. And I like straightened up behind him, and there goes that. And then after that, I led, and he was on some sauce because he put his car into the wall.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I was like just below the zone, the outer zone, and then I blow past inner clip 1 and inner clip 2, and I'm in outer zone 2 a little bit halfway through, and then I just couldn't see the marks where I was supposed to be, so I went 3 tires out and got a 0, and then I lost.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been like a one more time if I didn't go 3 tires out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He hit the wall and like straightened behind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, sucks. But it's a learning thing.
Yeah.
So tell me about your battles.
So I went in top 32 against Jeff Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Mustang.
Yeah, one of the newer ones.
Yeah, I want to say S197.
Sure.
Don't hate me for saying that wrong. Oh, not a big Mustang guy. I don't know, but yeah, we went. It was kind of, I want to say it was partially wet still. It was starting to dry out, and let me think. The bank was pretty dry.
Yeah.
And my car was not happy with it being dry. It was so hard to drive. And then the center was completely wet still. So you basically come off full grip to full ice and just basically try and power through the center. And then the last zone was freaking basically half dry, half wet. So you like come through, and then like the last part of the corner grips up super hard. So I like didn't fill the whole last zone almost. But we ended up going one more time because I suck, and I apparently dropped 3 tires. And I zeroed. He spun behind me in chase, and then I dropped 3 tires in the chase, I believe, because he was real low on the bank, and I was just a little bit lower than him. So, but
sorry, Amy's being something.
You're good.
We can see you. Just wave.
What am I doing?
Something. Just wave to Adam. Wave to him. Can you see him?
Just looks like a shadow.
Sorry about that, everybody. My girlfriend's lovely.
But yeah, we went one more time, and then ended up just getting the win after that, and then went on to top 16. And I was supposed to go against Eric with the other Mustang, big Mustang guys. But he broke his transmission, I believe. So I got a buy run in 16.
Wait. You had a buy run? How did I not know this?
I don't know. I think they were like jamming on that thing and trying to fix it, and I think they threw in the towel.
Yeah, because like in a group chat, he was looking for like shifter parts for GSR.
Yeah.
Which how do you? That's like the strongest transmission for this stuff. Like, how do you break that?
I don't know. Unpopular opinion. I'd never buy one. I see a lot of people breaking them, so.
And like,
I'd never buy one.
Yeah, GSR and like a G101, the internals are the same. Like it's the same thing, but you're gonna spend an extra $2,000-$3,000.
These are like $10,000, dude.
Oh yeah, it's $4,000 extra just to have the shifter on top.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have to hammer out the firewall a little or the transom a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't worth that.
No. But anyway, yeah. So I got a buy run in 16, and then went in the top 8. Had to go against Casey again, and yeah, I lost. My lead run was pretty okay. Chase run was absolutely awful. It was so bad. Again, it was drying out, and the car was so incredibly hard to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, which his lead run was pretty good, and his chase run was not super great either. So, but my chase run was definitely worse. So, I lost.
But still, it
was a good time going against him.
They still put you in top 8, 6th place, right?
Yeah.
Which is insane. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was happy with it. Took home $350.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's not bad, dude.
No.
Buys you up 2.5 tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we remember who won that round?
Allen, I believe.
Man, that dude's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the photo of him from New Jersey this weekend of him all 4 tires in the air?
Yeah. He did really good against Jerry though. And I think it was top 16.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it.
He did pretty damn good. I think he should have probably won that, but I'm not a judge, so
yeah.
Whatever.
Also, speaking of Formula Drift New Jersey, a tree fell on Jeff Jones' car.
Yeah, that sucks. He's such a good dude.
The thing is, like,
really,
it's fixed.
I think they fixed it.
It's good to go. There, last time I saw something, they were looking for a windshield.
Yeah, it's a 370Z. It can't be that hard to find a 370Z windshield, I'd imagine.
No, because there's a Copart next door. There's probably one right there.
Probably, yeah. Even call Safeway. I'm sure they'd bring
Oh,
one out.
absolutely. Even like the videos of like the hurricane and the dudes just like standing under their tents, like holding it down so they don't blow away.
Yeah, and they're all just getting lifted up and stuff.
Yeah. It's like, just let the tent
crazy.
go. It's not worth your life.
Right? I kind of get it. I mean, I'll hold it down as much as I can, but if it starts lifting me off the ground, we out. I'm done.
What I don't understand is, why was his car like off the? I mean, I get
So
that.
they were in grid.
Yeah.
That's where grid was. It's literally right there on the tree line. Because I don't know if you've seen LZ's video, the tree fell right beside him because he was, I think, either in front or behind of Jeff.
I feel like I would have
The
pulled
tree
my.
literally.
Yeah, I would have pulled my car out of line because like that's like a forest right there.
Yeah, Jeff went to go try and save his canopy or his tent.
Oh yeah.
So he wasn't. Luckily, he wasn't in the car because that would have hurt.
See, I think he would have been fine.
I don't know, man. I think he probably would have been okay, but it still would have hurt. Because I bet the branches coming through would have probably not been awesome.
Yeah. Friggin' hurricane out of nowhere, tornado or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Weather this year's been wild. So.
just this round is insane. You see Chelsea Hansen's car flip over?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like watching it and like she's like going off track and I was like, oh dang, and then like the wheel caught just like,
it's nuts.
Shit. Yeah.
At least they know the roll cage works.
Yeah. It's lucky that it wasn't that bad of a roll so they could still fix the car and drive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it broke the window, it looked like. I mean, it might have a Lexian window in it, but...
Dang. Do you know who was the last person to flip?
Who?
Danny George, 7 years ago in Texas. Hit that tire wall and flipped the Miata. No, not the Miata, the E36.
Oh, hell, I don't even remember him driving an E36.
Yeah, the Shango marijuana dispensary car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That dude's living the dream right now.
Oh, yeah?
He's living in some third world country. Just like, I think he has like an Airbnb that he makes money off of.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's a dream, man.
We're all stupid just spending loads of money on drifting.
The thing is, we could drift in third world countries.
Yeah, could. They do that.
Because like, drifting in Brazil's got to be cheaper, right?
Maybe. Some countries it's probably not that cheap. It's probably real expensive.
Oh yeah. I feel like Ireland has got to be expensive.
Yeah, definitely. Anywhere in Europe is probably really expensive, honestly. I'd imagine somewhere like Puerto Rico or something, which I think Puerto Rico is technically U.S. territory.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Probably still cheap there, though.
Taiwan's got to be cheap.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Let's not get super sidetracked. If you hear some weird things, Amy's making food, so ignore it.
Yeah, I'll be over.
Round 2, they ran the FD New Jersey layout.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite thing ever. Like when I had my sim set up, that is the only track I drove. I just love it. It's easy, it's simple.
I've driven it a few times on sim. It's fun.
And I've driven it like in real life, but we drove it backwards. Because I drove it for Bloodmaster Invitational, and like we came in the back way, did the 8 like 1.5 times, and then exited out the front. So it's like didn't really have practice on it, but I had a little practice on it.
Right.
geez, because I did so terribly in round 1, I had to go through the seeding bracket, which is awesome for me because I haven't won a battle in a very, very long time. And when I won my last battle, I totaled my car.
Oh.
Yeah. This was before they had Pro-Am at Erie. They did just a comp series.
Yeah.
And went against my buddy Luke. He spun out in front of me. And I made the wrong decision not to hit him. And I drove behind him and back of my car hit one of those tractor tires. And then it sent me into the concrete barriers and totaled my car. It was awesome.
Yeah. That's not awesome.
No, it sucked. So this round, I don't know. I probably got some of the most laps out of anybody in practice. I stayed out there.
So did I.
Dude, I was like, if I need tires, I'm going to blast them fast and going back out, which, I don't know, I got some really bad practice laps. Some of those dudes, I don't know what they're doing.
Me either.
I'm I don't want to...
I was trying to figure it out myself, too, but, yeah, there were some pretty bad runs, for sure.
That dude in the... I think stock engine 370Z, the white one.
Yeah.
I followed him, and he was on the handbrake for seconds, not milliseconds, but actual seconds. I was ready to blast that first turn, and I had to stomp on the brakes.
We handbrake into the first corner?
Yes, but held it.
Oh boy, that was way too short of a run up for that.
Yeah.
I was clutch kicking in hard.
I was handbraking in, but a clutch kick.
I didn't have enough time to do that.
Really?
Yeah, I had to be in third. So
yeah, I mean I was in third too, but
I didn't have the time to. I don't know. It was too much.
See, I'd go first, second, and as I'm putting it into third, I'd tap the handbrake. So it'd be a handbrake and a clutch kick kind of thing. And then just straight power through it, which honestly worked great for me. Because, I don't know.
Looked good.
Steven Davidis messaged me saying, I had the fastest car he drove with all week. And I did one lap with him, so that was cool.
Yeah.
That made me feel good because I felt slow.
It looked fast.
Yeah, after we fixed it. Which, again, we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, I personally did a buttload of practice laps, and then it's going to make me mad again, but I'm in line. You know how they had, they split the line, the left and right? And if you were in the left lane, you led. If you were in the right lane, you were chase.
Right.
I'm in line after just doing a lap, and Shorkey pulls up next to me in the left set. And he's hand signaling a bunch of stuff to me he wants to go first. It's dude, you're in the chase line.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where it was I called one of the track workers over and was what is this guy saying to me? Because I couldn't hear him. He's oh, he wants to lead first. It's bro, you know what the lines are supposed to be. If you wanted to lead, then be in the lead side.
Yeah.
So I was whatever, I'm not going to argue, I'm not going to fight with the guy, he can have it. And that lap was the first time I ever got lost in the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just counted to 3 from outer zone 2 to the inner clip to I'm sorry, I don't remember what it is. The outer zone 1 was the big
Outer zone 1 was the first corner.
Okay, so then from outer zone 2 to inner clip 1 to outer zone 3, I literally just counted in my head to 3. I was that should be enough time, and then I switched over and looked just enough. I missed the zone, but I got lost, super lost. And I was like, I'm probably going to crash my car. It's like, I'm not going to stop drifting, though.
Right.
And then after that, we get back in line. I still left side of the lanes. He pulls up next to me. And he's like, oh, you can lead now. So I go and I lead, and this dude, why is he driving so aggressively in practice? Dude, I could have, like, picked his nose. He was so close. He, like, pushed my door in.
Yeah, he did hit you for sure.
Dude, it's like, what are you doing? Like, this is practice. Like, don't go totaling my car before the event even starts.
Right.
That, like, angered me. I got back to the pits, and I was, like, swearing up and down. I was like, I was going to go confront him. It's like, what are you doing? Like, everything's fine. I'm not mad at him or anything, but it's just so stupid. Like, why are you driving like that?
Heat of the moment.
And, like, I think that was, like, one of my last laps for practice. And then, I don't know, how practice is good for you? Any mishaps?
Well, not really. It just took me forever to dial it in. And my last, like, 2 laps, I felt really, really good. Like, Michael, my spotter, he's like, yeah, those were really good laps. Good, like I felt fulfilled. Like, I was like, that was good. Like, I feel like I'm ready for top 32.
Yeah, because I
was wrong.
Since you placed well in the round before, you didn't have to seed.
Yeah.
So, my complaint about the seeding bracket is that's so fast paced. Like, I had no clue who I was going against at any time. And, like, go back to my pit spot to, like, just check my tires. Like, I didn't even have enough time to do that.
Yeah, I wish they would do, like, an actual bracket instead of the way they stack them. It gets confusing.
Like, yeah, it's cool that, like, they show you who you're going to go up against.
Yeah.
But it's, I
actually had no idea Friday that I was going against Casey. I thought I was going against somebody else.
See, I
pulled up. I pulled up, and the AJ was like waved us through, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I thought I was going. He goes, nah, you're going against him, and I'm like, oh, okay.
See, my 8 battle in the seeding bracket against Joshua Dennis, I thought I was going against someone else. Yeah. So, like, they waved him on to track, and I'm just sitting there. Because, like, I didn't know I was supposed to go against him, and, like, AJ wasn't really paying attention. And, like, probably 5 minutes later, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Go, go, go. It's like, I didn't realize I was supposed to go now, but okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's a little confusing.
My 16 battle, went against, do you know how to pronounce his name? Nick Y. He has the RX-8.
Yanucci.
Okay, perfect. You can say it because I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's Yanucci. Yeah.
Found out that he was, like, having issues all weekend where his car would just, like, stop going.
Yeah, his ECU is going into limp mode.
Which, just turn all that stuff off.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose an engine than lose a battle.
I would rather lose an engine than crash my car or somebody else's car.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because chances are, if you lose an engine, you're not. It's probably not gonna. I mean, hopefully, it won't abruptly just stop and you're just done. Like, you'll probably coast out. You know what I mean? There'll probably be shrapnel everywhere.
So yeah, I led first, and, like, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling too hype, but, like, I did the course normally, and I think he straightened behind me. And
yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, and then I come back around, and for some reason, me and Austin weren't using our headsets, our radios. So, like, I look, and I see him at the fence, and he's, like, telling me to, like, back off. I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So, like, I enter. First outer zone, second outer zone, I was, like, a car length behind or whatever. We go to the inner clip, and like I'm like putting the pressure back on, and his car just stalls, and I just fucking boop him in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
It was like enough to rip the steering wheel out of my hands.
Damn.
Luckily, like it was only bumper, but it felt like I don't know, I hit a tire out or something. Thankfully, it was like perfect. And it was fine. And like obviously, I got the one because he straightened twice, and I go back to my pit spot and like checking over the car. I was like, things perfectly fine. And then, like one of the track workers comes running up. He's like, "You got to go now. You got to go now." Like, give me like 2 seconds, please. Like, just let me.
Good thing you didn't. I mean, what if you had to change tires and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude,
definitely quick.
It gets to a little frantic because we'll get to that in a moment. But so yeah, like I get back up to the line. I go against Joshua Dennis. He leads first. Go into the second outer zone, and he blows 3 tires off. So I was like, okay, I just babied it behind him, gave him space. He zeroed. And then I go for my lead run, and I do like a 90-point qualifying run, I think.
It was good. It was definitely good.
And like I'm starting to realize that like car could be a bit faster. Because like I'm slamming limiter in like outer zone 2. So I was like, I gotta put some grip into this. Because before, when I started it at like 50 psi in the battle before, and to this one we like dropped it to like 40. And I was like, we still got a lot to have here. So then I go back and like kind of like freaking out because I won 2 battles in a row. Like super ecstatic. I get back. We got to change tires. And like at this point, we need to put fuel in the car. And we don't.
Oh.
So we're changing tires. I send Dom to get ice because like my cool shirt wasn't cooling very well anymore. It's like we re-ice it. We put new tires on the car. We go from 40 to 30 psi, and I get back in line, and I'm like getting ready to go, and I was like, I didn't put fuel in the car, and I haven't put fuel in since today. I haven't put fuel in today, and like it's probably got a gallon left. Luckily, your buddy Joel walks by, and I'm like frantically waving my hands at him. He's like, "Yo, dude, what's up?" It's like, I hate to ask this, but can you run back to my pit spot and grab my gas can? He's like, yeah, dude, no problem. So he like moseys on back, grabs it. Luckily, we put like 3 gallons in the car before I have to go back out. And like, perfect. No fuel issues. Then for my, 16-8 and then 4. That battle, I go against, I don't know the guy's name, but it's the only SR car.
Oh, he was from Canada, I believe. Yeah, I don't know his name either.
Okay. So, yeah.
I'm not sure I could actually pronounce it. I feel like it was a little crazy, but I could be wrong.
So, yeah, the only SR 240. And, I don't know, he was slow. Like, my chase, put it in close. My lead, I think I blew his doors off. So that was like an easy win. Then after that, realized I could have a little bit more on tire pressure, so we drop it to 25. And I go against Fred Maybach, I think that's his last name.
Yeah.
Good old Fred. Me and Fred have some history. Every time
in the finals, right?
Yeah, the finals for the seating bracket. Yeah. Which, at this point, I'm perfectly okay with taking second. Like I didn't know it then, but like second was kind of like, actually first would have been better. Second, it's fine. Because if I would have taken first, I would have went against Jake Schuster again. If I take second, I would have went against Andrew Falk.
Yeah.
Which, if I wouldn't have messed up against Andrew, it would have been great for me. I would have been in the 4 bracket because that's where he ended up.
Yeah.
He got so lucky. But
yeah, he did get pretty lucky for sure.
Yeah, I go against every time I go against Fred, I lose. I don't know what happens. I just lose. So, for some reason, I'm not thinking. Fred leads first, and he, like, drives right to feint in. And my brain is like, oh, why is he pushing me over? I'm going to do that too. So I feint also into the first corner, which I haven't done ever in my life. And because I do that, I blow past the zone, first outside zone, and now I'm playing catch up. For the rest of the track, I'm slowly catching up. Like, because of that, I lost. Which put me in second in the seating bracket, which was fine.
Yeah.
Then I'll just skip right to the battle. I go against Andrew Falk. And, like, I was heated in the seating bracket. Like, I was physically, like, pumped and ready to go. And, like, after that, I was, like, back to my state when I was, like, going against Nick, whatever his last name is. And, like,
Nucci.
Yeah, like, I wasn't, like, wasn't heated up and ready to, like, fight for it. So, like, I should have left the line with him.
Yeah.
Should have, but I, like, wasn't thinking. I let him take off, put a one-car gap on me, and then he worked that E36 magic and just pulled.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't, like,
fast.
I wasn't, like, far behind. Like, I was playing a little bit of catch-up, and then his follow on me was just better. So I lost that. But my brain would have just been like, hey, leave with him. Or before him.
Line. Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like my side grip was more than his. So, like, but his forward bite was definitely way more than mine. So you'd, like, pull away on the transitions. But, like, in the corners, I could catch back up. If I would have just been there beforehand, everything would have been fine.
Yeah, you just stayed with him, yeah.
But I just got to stay out of my head. And probably use the walkie-talkies to talk to Austin.
Yeah.
The hand signal stuff ain't it.
Yeah, I need to get better at, like, we weren't using them in practice, and I was like, yeah, we need to use them in practice too. Like,
yeah,
I was definitely struggling way more because I feel like I needed someone in my ear to be like, hey, you need to do this and you need to do that better. Where I was just driving and not really improving much.
Yeah, just going out there and just having fun, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, who'd you go against in 32?
Ben Bruno. Yep.
All right, talk about that.
A little bit of history is me and him we have battled more than once. That was the second time. We battled at Paynesville once, and he definitely gripped his car up a little more than I did, and he gapped me at Paynesville. So, which he didn't necessarily gap me super hard at Erie, but he definitely did a little bit. And like I said, I was struggling, dude. I could not get the course down. Like, I just couldn't put the car where it needed to be. Like, it was just so hard to drive.
Ooh.
So, like, it was just, yeah, I don't know. The car was definitely driving me. So, yeah, he was on me in chase. So, and I was not on him in chase. So, and I was, like I said, I was struggling to get into the zones and stuff, and is what it is. I did good Friday, couldn't do good on Saturday.
Hey, we got 2 more rounds, so we're gonna win those. Yeah, we're not even gonna do. We're just gonna win them.
For sure. I changed the car up, so I think.
See, me too.
Think it's for the better. Yeah.
And I test Sunday, and we're gonna. This car better just move.
Probably will.
I'm driving through people. I'm not. I don't even care. I'm gonna drive through them.
We'll be testing a little bit more at Midvale too. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring a lot of tires for that.
I have quite a few, so we should be all right.
I know Painesville. I'm only bringing 4 tires.
That should be enough, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, that place kind of a cheese grater sometimes, but
I know.
should be all right.
I also don't
You should
want to
be all
like be there late.
Right, yeah.
Like I just want to test and go home because it's
Right.
it's like a 2-hour drive. I think it's less. It might be less than that, but I just want to drive and go
Hour and a
home.
half for me there.
Yeah. Well, to the people who have listened to this, that is our Pro-Am fun.
Yep.
Now, if you give me half a moment, we have Facebook questions
Yes.
somewhere. Oh, no. Did you? Never mind. I'll ask you this off of this. All
What?
right. Nope. It's not even worth talking about. We'll ask you
Okay.
after.
Sounds good.
All right. Justin and/or Squiggly Noodle asks, have the cost versus reward incentive gotten better or worse for this year?
Oh, absolutely. It's better.
Dude, it's
for
way-
sure. I mean, the
way
payout is
better.
huge. And it pays all the way to, like, what, 10th place? So it's
I think more.
better for sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's awesome. If you're not doing it, you're messing up because
I mean, I would say other series may not be that way, but, like, because it is really expensive. The tire costs going up. I mean, but the payouts definitely make it worth it as long as you get there, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
see, first place here makes more than first place in actual FD, so it's way
Yeah.
better.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, and Eric Ross said, tell us your thoughts on the big payouts. Real simple. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Real simple.
Amazing. Love it.
And so we're just going to skip right ahead. Trevor Briggs asks, how did the car do this time? I'm going to let you answer that too.
My car was okay Friday. Not awesome, but it worked. Saturday was absolute terrible. So,
Oh,
like I said, we changed some things now, so hopefully it's better now. But yeah, it felt like Saturday, like the track had an immense amount of grip and it was retarded.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I forgot to mention my issue from Friday to Saturday.
yeah,
Completely
Good.
glossed over it.
perfect
After
timing, so.
my top 8 battle, I roll back around and Vinny comes running up and he's like, I smell something electrical, pop your hood. So I pop my hood and like I'm looking like out the window and I can see the side of the engine and he's like just like messing with stuff and I see that one of my injectors is just not plugged in.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, which we learned from the dyno sessions, which we talked about in the previous episode,
Yeah,
that's like 70 horsepower I lose.
that's a lot.
Yeah, so plugged it back in and the car just insane. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane. So yeah, that's also going to be the answer to my question to the how the car do. It moves, it's fast. I just got to drive it better. Because that's car's great. I am the issue.
Oh.
Now Luke Gillespie asks, "What do you think about the amount of practice you got for each run?" We're gonna have
Friday.
different
Friday.
answers for this.
Yeah, Friday. I feel like we got a crazy amount of practice. However, the track layouts made that different. Like Friday, they were almost running the track hot. So like someone was 3/4 away through the track, they were sending people.
Yep.
Which was sick. Couldn't do that on Saturday.
No, because it was a figure eight.
So Saturday definitely. I mean, like I said, my car doesn't use tire like everybody else's cars. So I was able to stay out there the whole practice without coming in for tires. So, I mean, it was pretty good for me anyway.
See, my thing is, I think we had too much practice.
Okay.
Both times.
Okay.
I think
That's something you don't hear often.
and like I was just sitting out there and I was like, I'm only using this time right now because we have it.
Yeah.
And like on the Saturday layout, the New Jersey layout, like second lap I had it perfect. Well, in my head, what I thought was perfect. And I was like, I could stop now and be probably very good. So like, I don't know. The only thing I think that would have been better is 2 practice sessions. Because like there's a bunch of dudes who broke like first lap out in practice and like they got no practice.
Yeah.
There should have been like
I agree. I think 2 practices would be kind of nice.
Yeah, there should have been like an early practice and a late practice. Like split the time in half. So what? Like just move them so people who have issues aren't just like going out there blind and hurting themselves.
So they did that on Friday. They gave us another practice right before, but I think that was mostly because of the rain and whatnot.
Yes, I think so.
Honestly, I think that helped me a lot because on Saturday I didn't have to seat or anything, so I practiced and then it was forever until I drove again because I was like one of the last battles almost. So
yeah,
like it took forever.
Man, there's a lot of questions here.
Let's answer them all. I like it.
This one I don't want to talk about, but we have to.
Okay.
Just because
I'm not looking at them, so
I was sent video, and she's not gonna like my answer.
okay.
Taylor Nicole asks, talk about how sandbagging should immediately get you disqualified. Originally, I thought it was about something else, but she messaged me a video, and I'm not going to show you guys the video. I'm just going to break it down verbally. What happened, this was on the Saturday layout. Dylan Weber went into the first corner and entered way too slow. And Henry Donahue was not expecting that and entered in super fast, which had him like standing on the brakes so he didn't plow into him.
Yeah.
And then because Henry was slowing down but Dylan was speeding up, it looked like Dylan like purposefully slowed down then took off.
Yeah.
But like what you don't really understand is like Dylan was going slow to fast and Henry was going fast to slow. And because of that, it looked like he was sandbagging. And I know they have history together with stuff like that, but it's Henry's spotter should have mentioned that he enters slow.
Yeah. So, and it's a touchy subject.
It
because
is.
The entry is a totally different thing compared to the rest of the course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really got to pay attention to the way the lead driver is entering because he could have handbraked in and it would have been the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, an entry it's just different.
My only thing is spotters take better notes and give them to your drivers. My thing
for sure
with sandbagging is there's some higher horsepower cars and they'll like speed to the first corner, stomp on the brakes, and then launch sideways.
Or even worse, speed to the corner and let off for a minute.
Yeah.
Because then the judges can't really see it as well. If they hit the brakes, then they can see it. But if they don't, they just let off.
Yes. And then just using like your grip to like slow you down. Yeah. And if you do that, you're an asshole. And you people know who you are because we see it, we follow it, and I'm just going to drive through you if you happen to do it in front of me.
Yeah, I'm probably going to fucking total both of our cars. So
because it's you're just an asshole if you do it. And it's sorry, not sorry. You deserve to have your car totaled. You're just cheating.
But I will say, if you're sandbagging, you're a bitch. So
Yeah, and like
don't do that.
these dudes who have like the money to build these insane cars, they can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next question. Nathan Sell asked, thoughts on using FD layouts, or should they have come up with their own? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care either. I mean, I like it. It's cool. It's like, dang, I'll probably never get to drive those tracks. Maybe E-Town, but
Yeah.
like, I'll probably not ever drive FD Orlando. Like,
Nah, we
it's a
wouldn't
really
go
far
out of our
drive.
way to just drive it for fun.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, getting to do it on a pretty similar track, I think it's bigger personally. I've been to both, and it's definitely bigger. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm down
Yeah.
with whatever layout.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive no matter what they do. So,
Yeah.
all right. Henry Donahue asks, how do you fit your huge wiener in the fire suit? It's small, so it just kind of sits there. It's just kind of like
yeah.
perches itself on my balls like a shelf. Imagine that however you'd like. Andrew Falk asks, thoughts on the first 2 rounds being the same weekend? We already answered that. I think it's dope.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah, I like
expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll skip past that one. Jason Martin asks, is it worth it to run Pro-Am versus another series like Clutch Kickers, like payouts, first car rules, and tech? Most of these money series, the tech is going to be almost the same.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
safety.
Realistically, the Pro-Am rulebook isn't really that strict. So
No, it's like
it's
pretty
really
on par
not.
with Clutch Kickers.
Yeah, and Clutch Kickers, sorry not sorry, is kind of dying. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
all
I watched
those,
the first one wasn't that good.
if you don't have like the YouTuber following, like nobody cares,
Yeah,
and that sucks
I
to
don't know.
say.
It just I think that Clutch Kickers should have changed the name. Like when
Like
they
to a new series, yeah.
brought it to Mid Pond, they should have just changed the name completely and started their own thing.
Yeah, because like even Riverside kind of just died.
Yeah,
It's hard to do events with like that much money because like in my head, being a nobody, it's like, why would I drive that event if there's going to be pro dudes who can just drive their 335 tires through me and over me?
yeah,
So it's like, I get it.
right.
Needs more rules if like they want it to stay doing a thing.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a tire rule, I think, is definitely in order. But
Oh, Pro-Am's cool. Clutch Kickers is cool. Just go drive.
yeah, driving's fun.
Joel Merritt asks, how do you feel about people being too aggressive in practice? It's practice. Stop trying to win. That's it. Just stop
Yeah.
trying to win practice.
Yeah. Yep. We don't need to be dooring people in
No.
practice.
Scott Petty asks, talk about the changing conditions of the track all weekend. It was kind of just Friday where the
Yeah, it was
track
really just
conditions.
Friday.
It was like, I don't know. It was a little stressful being like, am I going to have the grip to keep driving through all the pond?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I barely drove it, so
I love the wet. So like wet driving is the best. So I don't know. I like it.
yeah. It was still fun, even with the wet. All right.
Yep.
Theon Nelson asks, what do you think about drivers who are only attending Pro-Am for the payout and not the license? I don't care. Let them.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it brings a good competition. If you can't beat someone who's there for the payout, I mean, it's all the same. Like if you want your FD license, you got to beat the guys who are there for the money. Like it's all the same, really. Like, competition is competition. If you want to be at the top, you got to beat the guys at the top.
Yep.
So
No, let them all in. I don't care.
yeah.
Bryce asks, I want to know how you felt about coming off practice and immediately being asked to come back up to the line for competition. We kind of talked about this. It was stressful because my team wasn't really ready for that. Because I'd pull back to the pit and I'd be on it, getting the car checked and tires changed, and they're just and I feel bad, but I'm literally screaming at these dudes to move. And Austin's trying to lower my tire pressures, and I'm like, dude, you gotta be faster, gotta be faster. And I'm sorry for yelling, but it was stressful. Maybe space out a little bit. We had time, we had a whole day.
Yeah.
And that's all of our questions.
Yeah. That's good.
What an episode.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, we got a nice hour of it.
Was it only an hour?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie, it felt longer. I felt like we've been talking for 2 hours.
Next one, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, for future episodes, I don't have much planned, to be honest, because we could talk. We'll come up with some topics and talk, but it'd be cool to get all of your people on for a Midvale episode.
Okay.
Get all your boys on, because that would just be fun. Because to know where they came from and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Actually, Joel's talking about maybe having a cookout or something after Midvale Saturday night. So
no, down for it. Absolutely, it's a great idea.
Yeah, we could probably actually do a little maybe 30, 45-minute podcast or something in his garage or something.
Yeah, if not, we can do it the couple days after. It's it's no big deal. Cool. So if you've made it this far, why? Just kidding. This will be available anywhere podcasts are posted. Thank you for watching, listening. You're not watching. I'm shot, dude. All right. Goodbye.